it's Wolfy-Chan, and I'm back with another anime review. And this anime is Knights of Sidonia. And I got a short clip for you guys, just for you.
ガウナの本体は人間でいう脳と脊髄の位置にあります。
太陽系をガウナに滅ぼされて1000年、人類存続をかけて航海を続ける破種船シドニア。そんなものは地下で何千回も繰り返しやった過小訓練装置の中の出来事が大差ないことだった。
So that is a clip of Knights of Sidonia. And this anime is in all 3D, so my brain doesn't hurt as much. And I also found out how to legit say the name of the main character and almost all of the characters, which of course I'm not that great on. And definitely come back tomorrow because I will do a full review on Knights of Sidonia, the manga. So this one is of the season 1 of Knights of Sidonia. I call it Knights because it's kind of funny. And this does break up into 2 seasons. I'm really hoping that there will be a 3rd season of Knights of Sidonia because it's awesome. I just recently finished the manga. Not gonna give any spoilers about that, but I'm in love. I love it. I love the story. I got obsessed with it. I had to finish it. I needed that now. So once I decided to read it, I decided, hey, why not? I was at the time 10 or 11 volumes out from the manga. Why not start watching Knights of Sidonia, the anime, which can be found on Netflix? Yes, I'm sorry, it's Netflix. Not sponsored. Wish it was. Not sponsored. So this one follows our main character, Nagate Tanekaze. And he, of course, comes from... Basically, he was living with his grandfather and just isolated. Was not around anybody and just didn't interact with a lot of people. So when he finally decided that he was... And I don't know if he decided it as much as he just... Instead of going one way this day, he decided to go another way that his grandfather specifically said not to go. And so, guess what? He does, and finds a rice factory, which, like, it's not played off as much that, it's rice. I'm, so excited, but it does see him, break his fingers, and then he's like, I gotta run. They do leave, in the anime, at least with the first season, a bit of some of the stuff in the manga out. I can't blame them, but I kind of miss it. I mean, legit, if I've finished reading the whole manga, that's, a key thing that I'm like, you're missing some things, and I like all my stuff from the manga. But the few things I can understand that they kind of left out. Although you do find out, and I'm not going to give too many spoilers about it because I will do my full review of it tomorrow, of Knights of Sidonia, the manga. But definitely, I'll admit, definitely keep a watch for the guy who's like a conspiracy theorist, who's like, the captain's the same person for like 400 years. Definitely keep an eye out for him. He may be a spoiler in and of himself. But we follow Nagate, and you find out that, of course, he doesn't meet the captain in it as much, and it's not like a really big thing, but he kind of glances to the point where it goes to it with him. It's not like a long walk with the captain. He's in this room. This is Sidonia, and they kind of let him live, but they don't. She doesn't give him a choice of you can be a knight, and it's really implied that you will be basically a pilot for this or not. And so, that was kind of the thing about the manga. It was almost implied that it was a choice, and Nagate chose just to be a pilot because he wanted to save the world. But in the anime, it's like, you are going to be a pilot, and he's just like, well, that sounds like fun. So, he goes on his training, and like in the first bit of the manga, he like runs into one of the instructors and says he doesn't have gravity belt and he has to check it all. You find out in the anime that's pushed out later, but it's still in there, and I'm very much a fan of it. Oh, the animation. It is amazing. I will admit that. Even though I'm not like the biggest fan of 3D, I love it if an anime is in all 3D. That way I can just get immersed into the story, you know, as I poke my stuff. So I'm very much a fan of it. And just like overall, it's really well done. And I really, really like it. It is really cool. And, you know, the first season kind of ends right before we get to meet a new person. And I will put person in quotes because I'll talk more about that in the second season, because that's when my favorite character actually comes out. But through all this one, he meets Izana, is put through his he's put through his paces, there you go, and is put to the test on if he's going to be a good pilot. He kind of does. Some of the pilots get kind of emotionally unstable, and it is really kind of cool. Like, the manga did really well with the action scenes and the scope and all that stuff, but I feel like it missed, you know, some things that the animation does quite well. Can't blame it, it's anime. So, I'm really much a fan, but I definitely recommend this to somebody who is 18 and over because of the violence and blood and gore and all that good stuff. Don't want any of that stuff to happen to anybody younger. There's kind of implications of, you know, not bound chicka wowing, but there's always kind of like someone's flirting overwhelmed. And fun fact is that when Izana is eating her kind of caramel apple or candied apple, I didn't actually understand like why Izana was on the floor in the manga. I just thought Kiryu just kind of hit her. Or hit them, because Izana is a middle. But hit them, and so Izana was like, hey, just stop that. It's really mean. That's when Nagate kind of steps in, and yeah. But in the anime, it looks like it broke, her candy apple broke, and he instinctively just, like, grabbed it thinking it was a weapon and stabbed her in the leg. Stabbed them in the leg. And that's why Izana couldn't walk and was on the ground. It was like, hey, what the snap? So that one made more sense when I saw it in animation, because I didn't really see the stick in her leg. Didn't see any blood or anything like that. I just thought Koryu was being a D. Overall, I watched this one and it was in English. And, you know, it's kind of cool. I actually am a big fan because of some of the voice actors that are in this one. Nagate is played by, I believe, the voice actor who plays Ichigo Kurosaki. Izana, I can't put a name or the face to it, but it's a very familiar voice. The guy who plays Koryu, which is the kind of white-haired guy with long hair, he is played by the voice actor who does the same with Watanuki from Holic. So it's actually really interesting to hear a lot of those voices that you don't get to hear a lot because Funimation kind of has their crew. And those are the voices that I hear a lot out of those people. But I love it. This one, oh. I love the voice acting crowds and just everything. It is really awesome, really cool. And they do play on the characters really well. I will admit, I don't think his name is Vic Mignogna. I really don't think so. Oh, goodness. Oh, I can't even, I'm trying to remember. All I can remember is the guy who does all the voices, like all the voices he's done in anime. I'm sorry. So I'm really a fan of the voice actor who does play Nagate. He does give off just the right amount of everything that I felt that Nagate would be like. And so I am more of a fan of the anime, but I'm kind of they could either pull out that there could be a season 3 or a season 4 if they really wanted to stretch out the story from the last few mangas. But like, I need the next seasons. I needed them. But I am a fan of season 1. And if you want a review of season 2, just tell me down in the comment section below. That way I know you guys like this stuff. Which, speaking of like, if you like this video, definitely like. Leave it in the comment section below. Have you watched Knights of Sidonia, the anime, and what are your thoughts on it? And if you have a favorite character. I think in the animation part of it, I will admit that I liked Izana. They're just design, all that kind of stuff, and there's a part in like the first anime, or at least the first season, like Nagate passes out or something like that, and he just pukes all into their shoe. And this is a long shoe, okay? And so Izana just kind of keeps him so he's okay and kind of pets his head. And so he just, when he wakes up, he's like, did I do that? It's like, you don't remember vomiting my shoe. And she takes off the shoe, or they take off the shoe, and just copious amounts of vomit comes out. And I'm like, dude, how much? Like, in the manga, it just seemed like a little bit on the outside. In the anime, it's a lot. In the shoe. Oh my goodness, they animated that quite well. I will admit, I am a fan of that. It's, yeah. I know it's weird, but that was just, like, it made me giggle, because I'm like, dude, that's a lot. How much did you eat? I know you eat, like, copious amounts. You are a mountain, but oof. So, Izana is, for at least this season, my more favorite character. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I do upload videos every day from Sunday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday. Whenever you need a video, I got you covered. And if you want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, the links are down below. I hope that you are having a very wonderful, wonderful day. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.